Hey guys, welcome back to the NFL Pick 6 Show, Week 11 edition. Week 11. It's going to be a good one. Crazy Week 10, you know, a lot of interesting things. Got our first tie of the year.
Yeah, our first tie of the year. Can you believe that?
I know.
The whole season. We've been afraid of picking threes,
Yeah.
but I was pretty shocked we finally got a tie.
Finally got our first tie. The Bills suck. We know that
The
now.
Bills suck. Agreed.
mean,
and I'm pretty mad at Seattle.
The Chiefs did lose to the Broncos, but you know.
Yeah, that Seattle game we definitely should have covered. I thought for sure they were going to cover that
same.
6, and then they ended up covering by 3, and
Yeah.
that was brutal.
But it is what it is. On to the next one.
On to the next one.
So let's get it started.
Yeah, we're still doing good in the contest.
Yeah.
I think we're 5.5 points out of like the top 40,
All right.
you know, so we're right there.
Yeah, I
you know,
like it.
just need to have a couple good weeks.
I like it.
Cool.
All right. So for my first pick, I get the Chargers -3 at Green Bay. You know, Green Bay is just terrible. They suck. The Chargers I think they have a good offense, not the best defense. They have one of the best safeties in the league, in my opinion.
Struggling in the red zone.
Yeah, this is true, but I think the Chargers are going to pick it back up this week. They're going to go in, beat Green Bay on the road, get a win.
I have the Chargers,
Alright.
-3 also. I like them. It's a pick against Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers have lost a lot of games that they're close in. I also think they perform better on the road.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, it's in Green Bay in November. The weather's supposed to be good. I think it's supposed to be like 40 degrees, but sunny.
Yeah.
So that doesn't scare me off at all.
Yeah, it doesn't scare me.
Yeah, and I don't think that they'll have any problem outscoring the Packers.
Yeah, that was really just a pick against Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think they're terrible, so
Well, I have that same pick, so I'm in on that.
nice.
For me, my number one pick, wore my Miami shirt today.
Nice.
And that would be Miami at home, -13.5 against Vegas.
I like it.
So it opened up, I think, around 11, and it's been bet up real quick to 13.5. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 14 on the Circa card, but I see them winning by 1 million.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
yeah, I like the pick, you know. Vegas are terrible. And, you know, Miami, they like to beat up on the bad teams. You know, you can't beat a team above 500. So I'd really like to see him go against like a Cleveland or Steelers.
Yeah.
A bad team that's above 500. Well, Cleveland, I don't think is a bad team, but the Steelers, you know,
They
they're
have
not
their
the
struggles,
best.
especially with
Yeah.
Watson out now.
Yeah. So yeah, they're going to have some problems on offense.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were already having problems on offense, so I don't know that. I mean, Walker's obviously not any better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's back to DTR time.
Yep, DTR, baby. All right, well, I like the pick.
Okay.
For my next one, I got Dallas -10.5 at Carolina. Carolina's offense is horrendous. Literally can't move the ball out of their own
Yes, they're
25-yard line. They're really bad, and Dallas has a good defense. Everything just adds up Dallas. Dallas has an easy next 5 weeks, and Philadelphia has they have a hard next 5 weeks, so I think Dallas is really going to try and take advantage of it because Philly might drop a couple games. Hopefully this week against the Chiefs.
Against Chiefs Monday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Dallas also. They're on my board. Same exact, really, analysis of last week.
Yeah.
We were on Dallas because Dallas has realized, I think, that they need to win the easy games.
Yeah.
And they need to kick butt in them. And because they're not winning the hard games against
Yeah.
the Niners, against Philly. So, I mean, Carolina has proven that they can barely score.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that last week, I think they only scored on a pick 6.
Yeah.
So their offense is doing nothing. It's going to be very similar, in my opinion, to the Giants game, and I think they're going to put the hurt on them.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
That game, I also think will creep up, but I'd take that at 13.5.
Yeah,
so.
I'd take that at the 16.5 that
Yeah.
the Giants game was. I mean, honestly, I think Carolina might be worse than the Giants. Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
It's a battle.
Yeah.
All right, so for my next pick, since we agree on a lot already, I have Cincinnati +4. It's a Thursday night game. Not always a fan of taking the Thursday night game. Not easy for Baltimore to drop 2 in a row, but with a +4, Baltimore doesn't have to drop 2 in a row, and they are very good at winning 3-point games.
This
So
is true.
I see a lot of reasons in this divisional matchup that this is going to fall on a 3-point win, whether it be Cincinnati or the Ravens. I think Joe Burrow is going to keep them in this game, and I think they're going to cover the 4. even with their injury troubles.
Yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to, is Joe Burrow good? Like, is he okay? Jamar Chase, obviously, that was a big factor. The Bengals receivers couldn't catch the football to save their life. Very happy they lost that game.
They could have easily won that game.
And Houston won, so that works for me too.
Yeah, that's right. Houston fanboy.
Yeah.
They could have easily won that game if he
Yeah.
catches that ball at the end. Granted, it was only because they got lucky and Stroud threw that pick
Yeah.
at the end of the game, but right in his hands. Boyd drops it.
How do you not score from your own 3-yard line? I mean,
Yeah,
that was bad.
That was bad for them. But I think they were almost a little shocked. I don't think they thought they had the game. All of a sudden, we got the ball back. They just were discombobulated and they didn't get it done. But huge bounce back spot for them.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a bounce back spot for Ravens also. But I like the 4 in this kind of game, so that's why I'm on them.
Yeah, I like it. It's not a bad one.
What else you got?
I have Minnesota +2 at Denver.
Another agreement pick.
Denver, they got the big win. They've got their big wins. They're not gonna win again. They're not going back-to-back wins. I don't see it happening. Josh Dobbs is playing like the best quarterback in the league, man.
He is. He's on fire.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Well, he's got a couple weeks there now under his belt.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're starting to believe
And Justin Jefferson might be playing this week.
that he's rumored to be maybe playing, and that would be huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
would.
What scares you about the game?
Nothing.
Anything? Nothing. Love it.
No, yeah. I
think they should be
freaking
favored.
love Josh Dobbs. I think
Yeah.
they should be favored. When I saw that it was +2.5, I knew I had to put it on my board.
Yeah, I'm not worried about a dome team going into Denver in November.
I love it.
Okay.
I love
All
it. I hate Russell Wilson.
I have Minnesota +2.5 also.
Nice.
I think Russell Wilson is finally getting his stuff together. They're playing much better. They're a far better team than they were 4 weeks ago.
This is true.
Minnesota still scares me always offensively.
Yeah.
You know, can they get it done if this ends up being a shootout?
Well, that's what I was actually going to say is Denver's defense is picking it up a little bit.
Yeah, so that would concern me a little bit. I do love Josh Dobbs
Yeah.
in this situation. He's a smart kid. Everybody talks about, you know, him being a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
So I think having a couple weeks with the playbook, the team's obviously rallying around him. They all believe. I like them picking up the win in this game.
No, yeah, I did too.
And we get 2.5 points.
Yeah. All right. I think it's you.
It's on me. All right. I've given you 5, but we've agreed on both. I do have a 6th pick. I like San Francisco at home -11.5 against Tampa Bay. I know they just blew a team out, but they weren't expected to. Tampa Bay's terrible, in my opinion. And against the Niners defense, I don't see them scoring in the double digits.
Yeah, same.
So for San Francisco to not put up over 20 points on them would be shocking to me.
Yeah.
So mathematically, I think it has to cover, in my opinion.
No, yeah, I love the pick. It's a great one. I think Tampa Bay is terrible. And I think the Niners, this is where we're going to try and pick it up again. You know, dropped 3, had the bye, got the big win, going to go on, and they're just going to keep collecting the big wins. I think that they're like, oh, shoot, 3's our max. Like, 3 losses are our max.
Yeah, I think they probably heard everybody talking about how they were the team, they were the team, they're going to win the Super Bowl, they're the best team, and then everybody got off them.
Yeah.
And everybody had them like 8, 9, 10th in the league, and I'm
High
sure
ranking,
they spent their entire bye talking about that,
Yeah.
you know, and they're going to be out to prove a point.
Yeah, I mean, Chase Young, what a snag, man. I mean,
Yeah, it was
they got
huge.
Nick Bosa and Chase Young. I mean, who's going to stop them?
Does McCaffrey score a touchdown after not breaking the record? Controversial that they left him in there when they pulled everybody out, but he didn't get in there.
That was tough.
Is he going to be disheartened? Does he come back and score again? Start the streak again?
I mean, hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yep, you got it.
So why not start here?
You can't get 18 or 19 in a row if you don't get the first one.
This is true. So, yeah, I think CMC, you know, he's going to go out there for 5 touchdowns, maybe like 300 scrimmage yards. No, I'm just playing. No, I think CMC is actually going to do really good this week. I see him running all over Tampa Bay's defense. Brock Purdy, I think he's going to have an okay game. I really think this is just going to come down to the defense and CMC.
I mean, that's my whole analysis on this game. I just don't think Tampa scores double digits.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, Baker Mayfield, he's playing decent football, but at the end of the day, it's Baker Mayfield. And when he goes up against a good defense, you just don't know what to expect. You know?
Yeah.
So I love the pick.
Okay, cool. What else you got? You got anything else?
I have two more.
Oh,
I don't think these are going to be your favorite picks. I think you're going to want to scrap them.
all right.
But I just want you to hear me out on this one. I know you're mad at them. Seattle -1 at the Rams. But look, they just signed Carson Wentz, the Rams, and they're going to start him, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And so, look, that's a week and a half, I think. Maybe. No, not even. They just signed him, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's probably been with the team for a week.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just looking at it like Seattle had a close one. I know this is a divisional game, but this would probably come down to a pick 'em. Maybe Seattle stays at -1, but I think Seattle's just going to want to go out there. I think they're going to actually run the football really hard, just up the gut every time. Kenneth Walker's going to go crazy, I feel like. And DK, he's going to get involved. I think Seattle's going to go out there and be really aggressive, take advantage of the Rams not being able to do too much offensively. Yep. So I think that's one that you should just hear me out on. I think is a good
I don't hate it. If I had to pick a side in this game, I would take Seattle in it. I always get scared on those first appearances. You know.
I mean, hey, look what Josh Dobbs did.
Yeah, you know, and it's like the team seems to rally. They're like, oh, this is our savior, so everybody plays up a notch. Also, with somebody like Wentz, it's like a last shot to do anything. So those games do scare me, puts a factor into the game other than what we can predict. So that'd be the reason I stayed off of it. Yeah. But the side, I think, is right. I mean, if I was going to pick it, I'd take Seattle, so I don't hate it.
And my next one, Jacksonville -6.5 against Tennessee. Jacksonville's at home. They just got whooped. And now they have to realize that Houston's right on their tail.
Yep.
And so they're going to have to step it up because Houston's winning. Jacksonville's been losing. Jacksonville needs to go. They need to pick it up.
I don't hate this pick.
I think this is a perfect time for Jacksonville to just turn on the heat against a divisional game. I think this is one where they're going to want to go on offense, strap down on defense. Jacksonville -6. I actually think it's a lock.
Yeah, I really don't hate the pick. I think that they need the win. Jacksonville needs the win, right? But Tennessee seems like they've given up. Yeah. You know, so, I mean, I never think anybody's tanking, but if you watched any of that game last week, they just have the look of a team that they're not out there trying to win under any circumstance. So, and motivation-wise, I don't mind that pick at all. No,
yeah, I think Jacksonville, and it's more of that they got smacked by the 49ers, you know, and everyone had Jacksonville, man.
Except for us.
This is true. But everyone had Jacksonville, and I think that they got smacked. Everyone's like, oh, well, maybe let's step off Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville's going to be like, no, we're still here. We're going to put a beat down on Tennessee. Tennessee's a bad team. They've given up. I think it's a good one. I actually think it's a lock.
Okay. Well, we agree on a lot. Yep. So what do we got that we agree on?
We have the Chargers, Minnesota, and Dallas, and I love the Niners.
Okay. Miami, one of my favorite picks of the week.
No, I can throw that in against Jacksonville. I don't really care. I mean, I think they're both locks. Just like last week, would you rather root for Jacksonville or would you rather root for Miami? Like last week, we said, would you rather root for Dallas or Cleveland? What one do you want to pick?
Yep.
I think Miami's probably the safer pick. But
yeah, I think they're at home.
I think they're both locks.
Yeah, I mean the Raiders are coming off of 2 wins.
Yeah.
Now they're all excited. You know, they lost their coach. Now they got 2 wins. Everything's great. Then they have to travel all the way to Miami.
And Miami's coming off
a loss.
Yeah.
Off the bye. Angry.
Mm-hmm.
So everything adds up to let's go out and show the world we're the best team again. And I do think they'll put a whooping. Always worried about a team like the Raiders being able to put in that backdoor cover.
Yeah.
You know, Miami gets up, 40-20, and then they come. But 13.5 isn't 17.
I mean, yeah. I'm totally fine with it. It's really like, would you rather root for Jacksonville or Miami?
Okay. So you're saying it's between those picks for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we both love the Chargers.
Yeah, and we both like Dallas.
Okay.
And we both like Minnesota.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless you don't want to put Minnesota on there.
No, I mean, I think that game has a little bit more variance in it, but I mean, if I had to pick between that and the Cincinnati game, I guess I'd rather take the Minnesota game.
We can throw Minnesota out, and we could put Jacksonville and Miami.
No, I'm thinking I'd rather take Minnesota than
Jacksonville?
Cincinnati.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I'm saying if you're a little nervous on the game,
I don't mind taking Jacksonville.
you seem locked on Miami, and I think Jacksonville's a lock. So,
Okay.
is that what you want to do?
Well, okay, so we've got Jacksonville
We got
and Miami, if we're going
Yeah.
to keep both those.
yeah,
Okay, so we got 3 more we got to fill the card with.
Dallas, Chargers, and the Niners.
Okay, that's what you like?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in for that.
All right. So we have
Wait, did we just talk ourselves out of no underdogs again?
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll hit you with 3, and you hit them with the last 2.
Okay, sure.
All right, so we have the Chargers -3. We have Dallas -10.5, and Jacksonville -6.5.
We also have San Francisco -11.5 and
Miami.
Miami -13
Yep.
and a half, maybe.
Yeah. We don't know. Probably gonna go up higher.
Yeah, we'll
but
let you know on Friday for sure.
it is what it is. I like it at -50.5.
-50.5, just about right. With an over of 51 because
Well,
Las Vegas doesn't score.
This could be Raiders. This could be Dolphins Broncos all over again.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance of that.
So, I like it. I
All
like
right.
the picks.
So what do you want to do with the parlay of the week?
Chargers. I think we both like it.
Okay.
I think it's a lock. Chargers is a good one. I think Dallas is a lock. I think those are our 2 most solid picks of the week.
Okay, and then let's either put San Francisco or Miami in there. Which one do you think?
San Francisco. I have more faith in San Francisco.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
So our parlay of the week, we have the Chargers -3, Dallas -10.5, and we have the San Francisco 49ers.
At home.
Yep, -11.5.
I like it.
Yep, it's gonna be a good one, guys. 5-0. I'm feeling it.
Feeling it.
I like it. I mean, it's never the best idea to take 5 favorites, but
A lot of road teams too.
yeah.
Breaking rules this week.
Hey, we're living on the edge, but we gotta do what it takes. You know
That's
what
right.
I'm saying? We gotta get into the. Hey, maybe win all 5 and we'll jump up in the top 100. Who knows?
That'd be nice.
Who knows? Maybe everyone has a bad week. We have the best week. Maybe we'll just go 6-0 and just. Even though there's no
Did you get a bonus pick?
Yeah, just get a bonus.
Well,
pick.
we'll hit the parlay. We'll count it as 6 now.
I like it. So
Cool.
yeah. All right, guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video and turn on that post notification bell. Bing! And make sure to go follow our Instagram. We got the Friday finals. We have the Told You Tuesdays. We have just like little fun things. So make sure to go follow that.
Yeah, and you can follow us in the Circa Millions Contest under
Yep.
Pick 6
Yeah.
as our handle. And next week, we're going to release the show a little bit early. I'm going to try to do maybe early morning Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because we have the Thanksgiving picks in there and all the other picks for the contest.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to catch that.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, with that,
Have fun burning your books.